Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 10th anniversary of Bled Water Forum. Mr. Marko Gajić, co-founder of Bled Water Forum, please enter the stage.
Dear first gentleman of the Republic of Slovenia, Aleš Musar, dear Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign and European Affairs Slovenia, Tanja Fajon, dear Deputy Minister of the Environment of the Republic of Armenia, Mkrtchyan, dear Mayor of Bled, Anton, Mežan, dear ambassadors, dear guests, welcome to the Bled Water Forum. It's our 10th anniversary. And welcome to Slovenia, one of the greenest and most water-rich country. 10 years ago, my wife gave me an idea to start working with water. And that time I didn't really know what this is supposed to mean. But we spent 6 years developing the story, the strategy, and 6 years we didn't know where we are sailing. And the last 4 years we dedicate our work to water innovations and the new understanding of drinking water, and that's the topic what we're gonna discuss today, and that's the topic why you are all here today. So 10 years ago, me, my wife and my brother started working on it, and today I'm very proud to announce that we are collaborating with 38 countries all around the world. So this Thank you so much. The President of the Republic of Slovenia, Nataša Musar, is our honorary patronage for the second year in a row. It's a great honor for us. And we established a great partnership with our country. And also, of course, our board committee consists of 9 governmental bodies from 9 countries. They are part of our board committee, and together with those countries, we are co-creating those standards too. We are also collaborating with ministries, with universities, with national laboratories, doctors, biologists, chemists, and many other stakeholders worldwide. I would like also thank you to all countries, Municipality Bled Tourist Board, for being our co-organizers, and of course our sponsors and partners. And of course all my team. I must tell you one thing. All my team, including me, we are volunteers. We are not paid for this, what we are doing. We like that. We like nature. We like Bled a lot, and that's how this initiative starts. Yesterday, our colleague from Saudi Arabia, Mr. Fuad Kometi, asked me, Marko, why Bled? And then I explained to him that why, because I was born here, and as you can see, it's a paradise on earth. We have a lot of nature, a beautiful lake, castle. The environment is really amazing, and we need to protect that, and we need to protect our waters. And this is the place where we are gathering the most innovative technologies, the best knowledge from this planet Earth. So that's why you are here. That's why I invited all of you, because as you can see, we have very limited space here, and that's why every year we selecting around 100 people, and that's why I would like to collaborate with you. So who we are? What is Bled Water Forum? It's a fast-growing global non-profit organization dedicated to advocating the new understanding of drinking water and to identify new technology solution for improving the water quality worldwide. So that's why we have two bodies inside our organization. One is related to educational part. This part is very important. Why? Because our goal is to transfer the knowledge about water to every human being, because this is our human right. And the goal here is to show people how they can understand water. Doesn't matter if this is tap water or bottled water or processed water, natural mineral water, doesn't matter. The point is that everyone should understand what water really is and how you can use it. That's why we develop 4 standards. Those standards are for the people, because they can use it to understand water. I'm going to show you a little bit later what that really means and how to recognize them. So the point here is how to get all benefits from water, how to recognize how this particular water could affect your human body. And the last part of this educational program is dedicated to hospitality program, because we are boosting the culture of drinking water, so non-alcoholic product water. And we can use water in so many ways, and we're gonna also try today. We prepared a special water menu for the lunch, where you can choose particular water with particular food, and you will see what is the right match and what is not the right match. So we can pair water with food. No, we know how to pair water with other beverages. How to get this extract and the power of water. So this is something revolutionary, and this is something what we are transferring to other countries all around the world. But on that point, I would like to say something very important. How we started developing this model. I meet Han Kim from South Korea almost 10 years ago via Instagram. I sent him a message because 10 years ago, when we started working with water, I brought to Bled 10 different types of water sources and give it to the people to try it. And that's how the story of water sommelier starts. Then I send a message to Han Kim, and he responds. He is he is the vice president of the KISA International Water Sommelier Association from South Korea. And he connected me then with Mr. Jae-yoon Ko. And this topic was extremely important for us, because Mr. Jae-yoon Ko recognized the potential of the story of our vision, and he gave us a fully support. He gave us all the knowledge for free. And he told me, Marko, you need to develop this, and you need to work hard to teach people how to drink water, what water really means. So for that reason, Mr. Ko, I would like to kindly ask you to come here to the stage. I'm gonna give you a special recognition and the title of Mkrtchyan. The title of the honorary president of the European Water Sommelier Association, because he contribute a lot to this program what we have now. And of course, we developed this program with our experts, with our universities, with our laboratories, with our experts, and by ourselves. So, Mr. Ko, thank you so much for being with us. Thanks so much. Thank you so much. So what we are also doing is very important, and that we are taking a look what is in water. So we are analyzing water, and we are going above the legislation as we are investigating what pollutants we can find in water, and how to manage that, and of course how to help this planet Earth with technological solutions to clean and to remove all the necessary contaminants we already have it in water now, because the regulation bodies are always one step behind the contaminants from the industry, and that's why we created BWF to help and to help improving and to give the people to access to better quality water. Don't get me wrong, all those regulations are good, and our civilization is here because of that. So that's fine, but as the water is human right, I would like to know what's in this particular water and how it will affect my human body on long term. It could be good or bad, but we don't know that until we take a deeper analysis. So the second part of our body of Bled Water Forum is this technological part, innovative technology and prestigious awards. European Water Awards we are providing every year with those 9 countries. And also tomorrow we're going to provide 2 awards. My colleague Milin Patel from UK will talk about technological solutions a little bit later. And also I must tell you something. In partnership with Equinity 8, we are uniting water sources from all over the world. And today we have access to around 8 billion liters of water. And it could be used for humanitarian projects, water distributions in larger tanks, or normal distributions. And all that, we take closer look at the quality of each particular water source. So what we're gonna see in those 2 days, we're gonna start with political debates. After that, we're gonna move to technologies. After the technologies, we're gonna discuss how those technologies and contaminants could affect human bodies, or good or bad way. And tomorrow, we're gonna represent new global trends on water field, how to distribute water, how to understand water, how to sort water by purpose, and many other useful information. After that, Mr. Ko, Yayun Ko from South Korea will provide you with a lecture about water, very deeply how you can use water for your body, how to pair it with food, and many, many other things. And at the end, we're going to provide with European Water Awards, and after that, we're going to start with European Water Sommelier Association. We're going to taste around 30 different types of water here. And how we are doing that? We are the first organization on this planet Earth that we are not providing points to the waters. We are describing what this particular water means for easier use for human being. That's the point, and that's the game changer, because everyone should understand water. And now just a quick tip. We have tap water here. Then we have still water, sparkling water, sparkling water. And if I'm going to ask you what this water really means, probably it's going to be hard to explain anything beyond that we have here, tap water and bottled water, still and sparkling. But if I teach you that the mineralization level of water is very important, so just a quick tip: 0 mineralization level is distilled water. 30,000 mineral level is the taste of the sea. And this between, from let's say not 0 but below 0 and up to 10,000 is drinkable. Okay? And this tap water is from here, local, from Bled, is processed water, natural mineral water, natural mineral water, natural mineral water. TDS level 180, 400, which is perfect for hydration, for everyday use. Then 3200 TDS, which is good for some purpose. So if you like more stronger water with taste, with bubbles, if you like to pair it with some strong food, that's a perfect choice. And then the other one, it's very, very interesting. I'm not promoting these brands, but those are great examples. This water contains around 10,000 TDS, so total dissolved solids, milligrams per liter. And this water will affect your human body, will affect your digestive system. Okay? So it contains 1,000 milligram per liter magnesium. So, and if you enter the grocery store, for example, you're going to buy all this water and actually you don't know what you're drinking. So that's why we prepared our new symbols. We're going to put them on the labels. This one is for hydration. So when you will see this sign, you can recognize that you can use this water every day for hydration or whatever you like, for everyday use. This one is for some purpose, like I said. This one is for health, with clinically proven facts, okay? And this one is for kids, water for babies. So that's what we are bringing to this world. Thank you so much for coming to Bled, to be here with us. I would like from all of you, because you are a great, great experts, to share this knowledge and all those innovations. And I'm 300% that we can change the whole planet with this story and with your story too. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward.
Marko, thank you very much. It was a great overview of our remarkable work over the 10 years. And as you know, you are the true inspiration and driving force for all of us to strive and make our beliefs come true. Following Marko, I would like to invite another colleague from our team, Mr. Milin Patel, to the microphone.
Right, good morning. My name's Milin Patel. I've been a water consultant for 25 years, and it's been a great honor and a privilege to work with Marko and the wider team at BWF. Over the years that we've been working, it's been fascinating how we've been able to take water to another level. So, good morning again to our distinguished guests and partners. Thank you for your valuable time today. Your presence here at Lake Bled reflects a shared commitment to one of our most urgent challenges of our time: clean and safe drinking water for all people, for all futures. It's our honor to welcome you to the 10th anniversary of the Bled Water Forum. What began as grassroots initiative here in Slovenia has grown into a trusted global platform for water, innovation, policy alignment, and real-world implementation from source to tap. Over the past decade, BWF has brought together scientists, entrepreneurship, and governance to unsafe water into safe, accessible supply, using technologies and sustainable, adaptable, and ready for the real world. 10 years ago, we asked a bold question: how can we bring together the brightest minds and the boldest solutions to ensure water for all? The question still drives us, and now we have answers. At BWF, we believe access to clean water is not a luxury, it's a fundamental human right. And we are proud Slovenia was the first EU nation to enshrine the right in its constitution, a bold step few have taken, and a principle we proudly uphold and promote. Yet today, 2.2 billion people still lack safely managed drinking water, according to the World Health Organization. Even within Europe, cities struggle with pollution and aging infrastructure, while rural and developing countries remain underserved. But there is hope and momentum at BWF. We're ready to go further with you. Whether your nation is facing contaminated water sources, rising flood risks, strained budgets, or urgent need to modernize aging systems, we bring more than ideas. We bring tested solutions built for resilience, reliability, and long-term impact. BWF is a connector of innovators and implementators, of policy leaders and tested technologies, of urgent problems and scalable solutions. That's why we created the BWF Innovation Center, a global platform to match technologies with national needs, accelerate deployment, support governments from pilot stage to policy integration. We know previously, and it's a known fact, that water innovation does not spread easily. It can take years or sometimes decades for new technologies to reach those that need it most. We offer governments, industries, and communities fast, confidential access to proven technologies, backed by evidence, aligned to policy, and built for lasting results. We support the design, implementation, and smart communication infrastructure, optimizing industrial use, reduce water and energy loss, and equip public institutions with tools and skills to keep these water treatment systems working for future generations. Through the European Water Awards, we've identified over 100 standout innovations, but we don't stop at recognition and trophies. We move technologies into field through pilots, validation, benchmarking, and a full-scale rollout. Here are a few examples of how BWF is actively supporting high-level research to real-world deployment. For example, the Riken Center for Emergent Matter Science from Japan, a revolutionary alternative to traditional plastic that dissolves in seawater, preventing microplastic pollution at source. The University of Tokyo, desalinization membranes that purify seawater 2,000 times faster than conventional methods, using far less energy. For the home, from Koyon Wells from South Korea, a point-of-use water filter that can remove 99.9% of contaminants, but then adding essential minerals, so each glass has health benefits. And also the Sava River commissioned a 5-country flood forecasting system, a model of trans-boundary cooperation, providing data that saves lives. And Symbio biomonitoring from Poland actually uses real-time systems using aquatic organisms to detect pollutants in water, protecting Europe's rivers and water supplies. And Initec Kinetic from Slovenia, a patented chemical-free treatment using hydrodynamic cavitation and oxidation reduction to retain minerals while removing harmful substances, perfect for schools, hospitals, or commercial buildings. Let's build the water future and security together. Partner with us. Build through BWF Innovation Center, matching technology to national needs, through co-developed pilot, fast, measurable, and adaptive, through confidential consultations aligned with your strategy and governance. Before you leave today, and a very important message, talk to us. Tell us where your organization is, the needs, the helps, and we can find what works collaboratively. We offer one-to-one consultations, tested technologies, and trusted deployment partners. Water challenges won't wait. Neither should we. Let's begin the conversation and turn it into action. Thank you.
Thank you, Milin, for your words. We are very pleased to invite Dr. Aleš Musar, the spouse of the President of the Republic of Slovenia, to the stage to address us on behalf of the honorary patron of the 10th Bled Water Forum, the President of the Republic of Slovenia, Nataša Pirc-Musar.
dear Tanja Fajon, Minister of Foreign and European Affairs of the Republic of Slovenia, Mr. Marko Gajić, the moving spirit behind the Bled Water Forum, and we shouldn't forget Patricia, the silent power in the background, his wife. Honorable Mayor of Bled, Mr. Anton Mežan, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored again to convey warm welcome and greetings of Dr. Nataša Pirc Musar, the President of the Republic of Slovenia, the honorary patron of this year's 10th Bled Water Forum, which I believe that the growing international reach of the forum can indeed bring future-changing conclusions and recommendations through the presentations and discussions in the next 2 days. My wife is at the moment visiting 3 African countries, Kenya, Madagascar and Ethiopia, where the key elements of her proposals for cooperation are related to water, water management, drinking water supply, resilience to climate change, in short, water diplomacy, which I'm sure our Minister of Foreign and European Affairs will explore in more detail. In fact, blue economy was on the agenda of the meeting of Slovenian and Kenyan presidents just a few days ago, and it is also one of the topics of the first panel today. Challenges and solutions, influences and consequences. This is what we learned to expect to be discussed lively and professionally at the Bled Water Forum. And, of course, the culture of drinking water in theory and in practice. It is impressive how global is the reach of the Bled Water Forum. Participants from 38 countries are here. I was told by the organizer, a huge jump from very respectable 25 countries last year. Among them was Iceland for the first time, and I would like to convey the good wishes of our last year's guest of honor, Eliza Reid, then the First Lady of Iceland. I believe this growing international presence is a sign of both how pertinent the topics of the Bled Water Forum are and of its quality and reputation. I believe we are all eagerly awaiting the panel presentations and debates, and of course the not yet disclosed winners of the European Water Awards. Let us have stimulating and exciting 2 days. Thank you.
Thank you. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Anton Mežan, Mayor of the Municipality of Bled.
Dear guests, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud as the Mayor of the Municipality of Bled. I can extend a sincere welcome. Usually I say a sincere welcome on this beautiful part of the world which some of us have the opportunity to call our home. But today I will say on this beautiful part of the Bled Lake, where is Hotel Villa Bled and of course Bled Water Forum. The first of all, I would like to say the big thanks to Marko and his team. They are opening our eyes in the field of water. And by the way, your wife has very good ideas like this one. So when we are talking about the water, we know water is very important for us, for our citizens, for tourists. And of course, you know, tourism is very important for Bled. I would like to say, welcome to Bled anytime. Bled has everything what you need for amazing holiday. So welcome here. For next days, I wish you all the best. Enjoy these beautiful days with us and welcome with us. Welcome to Bled. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are honored to invite Mrs. Tanja Fajon, Deputy Prime Minister of Slovenia and Minister of Foreign and European Affairs, to the stage and open the Bled Water Forum 2025.
Hvala lepa. Hvala lepa, dragi Marko, Patricija, soprog predsednice Republike Slovenije, dragi Aleš, župan občine Bled, Anton, ekscelence, vsi izbrani prisotni gostje. V veliko čast mi je, da danes tukaj z vami obeležim ta 10. jubilejni vodni forum. Iskrene čestitke organizatorjem, ki svojo izjemno prizadevnostjo, vztrajnostjo in prodornostjo skozi vsa leta nadgrajujete, širite svojo mrežo in tudi z vašimi prizadevanji se v svetu krepi zavedanje o tem, kakšno vodo pijemo in kako pomembna je ohranitev kakovosti vode, zdrave pitne vode tudi za prihodnje generacije. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will say really a few words why is water also important for Slovenian foreign policy, and the reasons are manifold. Although we are one of the most water-rich countries in Europe, we are very protective of water. Slovenia is one of the few countries that has the right to drinking water enshrined in its constitution. This is an important safeguard in securing and protecting water resources for future generations. In Slovenia, we see water as a global public good that belongs to no one and to which we all have a right, and good that cannot be object of trade nor extortion. This does not mean, of course, that the state should provide water free of charge, but rather on a not-profit basis. At the same time, enshrining the right to drinking water in the constitutions strengthens the credibility of Slovenia's international action. In our water diplomacy activities, we consistently advocate a human rights-based approach and the importance of access to clean water and sanitation for all. 15 years after the United Nations General Assembly recognized the right to clean drinking water and sanitation, 2.2 billion people in the world still lack access to water and more than 3 billion to sanitation. Water scarcity undermines the resilience of societies. Weak and vulnerable societies are less able to respond to climate change, pandemics, and other shocks, and are more vulnerable to conflict. So the issue of access to water is not only a development and environmental issue, but also a peace and security issue. It is therefore in our national interest that there is enough water everywhere in the world. Our experience tells us that water can be an important building block for peace. And let us recall the bloody war in the Western Balkans in the 1990s. It was water, in this case the Sava River, that brought the warring parties to the negotiating table, helped build trust and paved the way for cooperation in other areas. Today, the International Sava River Basin Commission is one of the most effective river organizations at the global level. This experience, as well as others, reinforces our conviction of the enormous benefits of effective transboundary cooperation. At the same time, we have become a recognized and sought-after interlocutor and partner in this field worldwide. It is therefore no coincidence that last October, Slovenia took over the 3-year presidency of the United Nations Convention on the Protection and the Use of Transboundary Watercourses and International Lakes, the Water Convention. And Slovenia is one of the most active countries in the world in the field of water diplomacy. We are one of the few countries to have appointed a special envoy for water diplomacy, Tanja Miškova, here seated in the room, and this demonstrates a clear political will for a proactive action underpinned by domestic, cutting-edge knowledge, research, experience, and best practices, as well as events such as the Bled Water Forum. Within the European Union, we have consistently advocated the integration of water into its external action. The European Commission is due to present a European water resilience strategy in the coming days. Resilience to water challenges in Europe cannot be tackled in isolation from challenges elsewhere in the world. This is why an important part of this strategy is its external dimension. We are also bringing the issue of water, peace and security to the fore through our non-permanent membership of the UN Security Council. Today, the world is witnessing a record number of armed conflicts, and all of them involve attacks on water resources and water infrastructure. even though these are prohibited under international humanitarian law. Millions of civilians are thus denied the right to water. Slovenia is working to better protect water resources and water infrastructure, and to this end we established the Global Alliance to protect water in armed conflict. A few days ago we organized an informal meeting of the Security Council to highlight the long-term effects of the destruction of water resources and infrastructure on the health of civilians. It is not only access to water that is important, but also its quality. And I'm pleased that the Bled Water Forum is helping to increase knowledge and awareness of the water we drink. And I'm also pleased that you are encouraging and rewarding innovation in this field. To achieve a safe water supply worldwide, we need accelerated action and innovation in all areas, from technology to governance. And I also welcome your pioneering work on the culture of water drinking in gastronomy, which we have also presented at events organized by our ministry. I trust that today's and tomorrow's discussions will provide interesting new insight into improving water quality and access to water, and this knowledge base supports the credibility of our work in water diplomacy. So thank you very much, and I wish you fruitful days and a successful forum.
Thank you very much. Now, please welcome to the stage Mr. Ara Mkrtchyan, Deputy Minister of Environment of the Republic of Armenia. Please.
Thank you for good pronunciation. My second day. Your Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister Tanja Fajon, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure and privilege to address this important forum on behalf of the government of the Republic of Armenia. I would like to express my gratitude and appreciation to the government of the Republic of Slovenia for warm hospitality and all organizers of this high-level gathering for bringing together so many delegates to refer to water safety issues. The Republic of Armenia highly values this platform that will allow to identify innovative solutions and approaches to promote the sustainable management of water resources and the aquatic environment. Climate change today is a real and urgent threat on human development across the globe, endangering lives, damaging livelihoods, undermining well-being, and challenging national security. The Republic of Armenia, being a landlocked and mountainous country with a semi-arid climate, is particularly vulnerable to the impact of climate change. The impact of climate change is particularly significant on water resource. Considering that Armenia is a water-scarce country, there is a high level of water consumption and, most importantly, a decrease in precipitation along with rising temperatures and increased evaporation negatively affect snow cover formation and consequently the formation of river flows. Therefore, responding effectively and in a timely manner to the challenges of climate change and building resilience against its impact has become an urgent and national priority for Armenia. The Ministry of Environment continuously takes steps made at addressing this issue. We place particular emphasis on water conservation and the efficient use of water resources. To this end, back in 2019, the government adopted a concept paper on the introduction of water-saving technologies along with an accompanying action plan. This program promotes to the application of innovative water-saving solutions in critical sectors and outlines key measures to reduce water losses in water system, expand irrigated lands through drip irrigation, regulate fish farming through closed-loop water circulation, and enable the use of treated wastewater. The government adopted the 2022 and 2026 climate change adaptation program in the water sector, designed to reduce climate-related risks to water resource and ensure the effective implementation of adaptation strategies. This program sets out priority action for a 5-year period, aiming to mitigate negative socio-economic consequences and prevent potential losses and damages associated with climate change. It represents a continuous effort to enhance adaptation capacity and safeguard the water sector. Dear participants, Armenia remains committed to regional and international cooperation in the fight against climate change. We believe that platforms such as the Bled Water Forum are essential for sharing knowledge, advancing technological solutions, and developing joint strategies to ensure sustainable water future for all. Thank you for your attention, and I wish fruitful discussion and a successful forum. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We are pleased to welcome Mr. Anthony Agotha, Ambassador at Large and Special Envoy for Climate and Environment at the European External Action Service, to the stage, please.
Thank you very much. And first of all, I really think I have to pay tribute to the passion and energy of Marko, Patricia, and if I'm correct, Miro, right? Mario. Oprostite. Without people and without this passion, nothing will happen. Governments can make regulations, businesses will make profits, but we need others. So really, hvala lepa, zelo lepa. Or zelo hvala. Anyway, thank you. Your Excellencies, Deputy Prime Minister, First Gentleman, and Excellencies. I'm reminded when people ask me a lot, so how is it going with climate policy in Europe or in the world? And then I'm reminded of President Carter and Leonid Brezhnev. This is back in the 70s. I was young, but some don't remember. But so they meet each other, and Carter asks to Brezhnev, he says, Leonid, tell me in one word, how's your economy doing? And Brezhnev thinks, and he says, good. And Carter says, come on, Leonid, give me 2 words. And Brezhnev thinks again, and he says, no good. And this is also where it is with climate policy. And I want to tell you here today that there are a lot of pressures, geopolitical, geoeconomics, demographics, the 4th Industrial Revolution, AI, everything's going on. The world is producing more history than we can consume at the moment. But I'm also here to tell you that when it comes to the EU, whatever you see in Politico or others at headlines, we are staying the course. Because for our jobs, for our health, and for our security, we have enshrined 55% less emissions in 2030, and already all the national plans, and we're waiting for a couple, but already they add up to 54%. We're closing in on the target. And soon, Commissioner Hoekstra, Executive Vice President Ribeira, President von der Leyen from the European Commission will present a 2040 goal, which is going to be ambitious. So we're staying the course, again, for jobs, for health, and for security. But we also have to look a little bit deeper because climate and environment are umbilically linked, and water is a crucial element. When we go to Mars or when we go to the dark side of the moon, what do we look for? We always look for water because it's the essential element of life. Our bodies are 60% water. And so I have 4 children. I used to live in Slovenia, so I feel kind of at home here. But I remember a month ago in Belgium, in Tervuren, also a beautiful little town, suddenly on the family app, we have this family app, they said, my God, the water's not, there's no water. I can't flush the toilet. I can't. There was an hour of water cut, right? The whole family was in panic. Now imagine being in Sudan or in other places. So I think it brought home that thirst is only a few hours away. So water is life. As global populations grow and businesses grow, and AI data centers grow, and we need more, and we need to do more, we will need more water. And the predictions are, unfortunately, that only 5 years from now, in 2030, the global demand for water will be 40%. The 40% over demand of what we have already in 2030, and that's less than 5 years away. I'm specifically struck by Deputy Prime Minister Tanja Fajon about what you said about the climate and security nexus, the nexus between water and security. This is so important. And I think academics have been thinking about this for a long time, but governments recently, also in the EU, increasingly start to come to terms with this. That when you talk about the Arctic or the Himalayas or the Indus, the Ganges, Euphrates, the Tigris, when you talk about the Sahel, you talk about security issues that are dealing with climate and environment. The recent 1960 Indus Water Treaty with India and Pakistan brought this to the fore. And if we do not see this, we will be flying blind. So I'm very grateful for that. Almost 2 billion people in the Himalayas, around the Himalayas, are dependent upon the Himalayas for their water, and the glaciers are melting very fast. So actually, in 10 minutes, the College of the Commissioners will start their weekly discussion, and they will agree to this water resilience strategy today. Tomorrow, the Ocean Pact will come, because, of course, water resilience from the source to the sea. There's a UN in Nice, there's a UN Ocean Conference soon. And in this water resilience strategy, and I cannot give you everything, obviously, because it's not formally not being adopted, but basically there are 3 things important. One is about restoring and protecting the water cycle as the basis for a sustainable supply. Because Marko said Slovenia is the most water-rich country, but what you have here is also fragile. Handle with care. This is a great place. In other parts of the world, it's a lot worse. But this water cycle means also wetlands, plains, forests, because the water has to be replenished, it has to be purified, it has to be brought back. If we want this, not just for us, because us in this room will be fine, we're privileged. But I see a young man sitting over there who is a little younger than I am. These are the people we do it for. We are metaphorically planting seeds of trees in whose shade we shall never sit. And yet we have to plant those seeds. So it's about the water cycle. It's about a smart economy. There is money to be earned. Already worldwide, I think it's about 111.7 billion euros that is being earned in the water economy. I think 1.2 billion people work in it. We can save water efficiency. We can increase jobs by 9,000 per year if we do it right. And the third thing is securing the clean and affordable water and sanitation in Europe also. Because also in Europe, it's not as big as what you said worldwide, but in Europe we have 1.2% that do not have proper access to sanitation and 4% for water. So we need to do something about it. Now, I'll end on the costs of non-action, because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, Tony, it's so expensive, this transition, and why don't we just continue doing today what we did yesterday and tomorrow will be the same?" That is a lie. Anyone who says that if you continue doing today what you did yesterday, tomorrow will be the same is a lie, because as I said, everything is changing. The costs of non-acting, of inaction, are insurmountable and way over the investments that will deliver return in jobs, in health, and security. And we need to forge synergies, because I'm in this negotiating team. So I'm in the Klima team in Baku. I was in Azerbaijan at COP30. Thank you for your leadership. We were there. And then I went to Busan in Korea on the plastics negotiator, which is also very important, by the way, for water. Completely different negotiating world. And the two don't speak to each other. Not good. Same with environment. So I lead EU water envoy, EU climate envoys 23. So in December, I decided we need EU nature envoys. There were no nature envoys, but we did have 4 water envoys. And Slovenia, Tanja Miškova, is one of them. We have one in Finland, France, and in the Netherlands. So I'm trying to build that because we need more of that. Just goes to show the difference. So finally, the EU is staying the course. We're not doing it for the planet. The planet will be fine, even if it gets rid of us. We're doing it for ourselves and the next generations. We will stay the course for jobs, for health, and security. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We invite to the stage Mr. Rovshan Sadik-Baili, Ambassador of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the Republic of Austria and to the Republic of Slovenia, Permanent Representative of the Republic of Azerbaijan to the UN, OSCE and other international organizations in Vienna. Welcome.
Thank you, Ines. Too long a title. Your Excellency, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister Tanja Fajon, First Gentleman Aleš Musar, Mayor of Municipality, ladies and gentlemen. It's a privilege and honor for me to address Bled Water Forum at this 10th anniversary on behalf of the government of Azerbaijan, also in our capacity as presidency of COP29. I want to express my sincere appreciation and gratitude to the forum co-founder Marko Gajić and his able team for your leadership and for your passion. Bled Water Forum is not only a platform for dialogue, but most importantly for action, specifically with focus on safety, security, and joint solutions. The theme of this forum, the gray zone of water, serves a powerful reminder that existing measures and regulations often fall short in fully addressing the complex challenges related to water. These gray zones became particularly concerning when contaminants transcend national boundaries, threatening the safety, security, environment, and biodiversity of neighboring regions. Inaction only amplifies these negative impacts, which are felt far beyond their points of origin. This reality calls for urgent, results-oriented action, transparent information sharing, and a sincere commitment to upholding international obligations to protect our natural environment and secure the well-being of communities living in other countries. In this regard, platforms like Bled Water Forum provide valuable opportunities to deliberate on policies and actions that promote water security and safety. They play a vital role in advancing effective and resilient water management, fostering cooperation, and encouraging collective action to safeguard this essential resource for future generations. As a presidency of COP29, Azerbaijan is actively aware that climate change is not only a crisis of carbon emissions, it is equally a crisis of water. This crisis is already unfolding in the form of droughts, floods, and shifting rainfall patterns that are no longer future projections but present-day realities. At the same time, more than 2 billion people around the world still face daily uncertainty in accessing something as basic as clean drinking water. We are proud that COP29 was among the few COPs to elevate the water-climate nexus to the presidency's agenda through a dedicated initiative. In this context, we launched the COP29 Water for Climate Action Declaration, the first ever water-focused declaration presented at the UN Climate Change Conference. To date, the declaration has been endorsed by nearly 100 stakeholders, including 72 countries, including Slovenia, launched the Baku Dialogue on Water for Climate Action, a COP-to-COP collaboration platform fostering continuity and coherence, ensuring a consistent focus on water and its interplay with climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, and desertification, focusing on actions at the international, regional, and basin levels. This cooperative platform aims to foster political will, strengthen science policy dialogue, and promote collective action across regions. The Baku Dialogue brings together member states, basin organizations, development partners, and civil society and other relevant stakeholders to explore actionable pathways from strengthening transboundary water cooperation to enhancing early warning systems, as well as promotion of nature-based solutions and climate-resilient infrastructure. Through this initiative, we seek to position water as a lever for both mitigation and adaptation, and as a catalyst for peace, development, and stronger resilience. And we invite all of you, your governments, your organizations, to join us in shaping and endorsing this vision. Your insights, your innovations, and your institutions have a vital role to play in this process. Excellencies, water connects every aspect of our lives. If climate change is a challenge of our time, water is a medium through which we will experience and overcome it. At this critical juncture, let us seize platforms like this one to forge enduring partnerships that turn knowledge into action, ensuring that water, our most essential resource, is never left behind in global climate ambitions. In closing, I wish to reaffirm Azerbaijan's unwavering commitment to global cooperation on water and climate. We warmly invite all our partners gathered here to join us in giving water the recognition, resources, and urgent actions it so rightly deserves. I thank you.
Thank you very much. We invite to the microphone an inspiring young lady who is a student at the Biotechnical faculty at University of Ljubljana and the head of our new program, BWF Young, Mrs. Satja Sajko.
Dear delegates, distinguished guests, representatives from 38 countries, today I stand before you not just as the coordinator of Bled Water Forum Young, but as the voice of a new generation that refuses to quietly listen at the back of the room. We, the young, are not here to decorate your programs. We are the new voice, the new rhythm. We are here to participate, to create, to lead, because we care, and we are ready. We are thirsty for understanding how water affects our bodies, our environment, our culture, and how we can and should protect it. We are thirsty for the knowledge from your expertise, and we also want to be a part of the solution. Not someday, but now. Bled Water Forum sets the standard for safe and high-quality water. It advances science, drives innovation, and deepens global understanding. And we, the young, are here to match that vision with our energy and commitment. Now it's time to act. It's time to include, to trust, to empower. This is why Bled Water Forum Young is not just a side program. It's a shared platform, a space where learning turns into action and knowledge into responsibility. Let me be honest with you. Only when I started working on this program did I truly realize how deeply water touches everything. Our health, our justice, our environment, the economy, the personal, and the political. We are water, and water is us. This may look like a simple glass of water, but it's not. Water can look clean and still hide what we cannot see. And if this water is truly safe, it's safe because people, real people, cared enough to protect it. They studied, they tested, they spoke up, and they didn't give up. And that's why we are here today. Because we too deeply and profoundly care about what kind of water is in this glass. And because for me, holding it, it might feel normal, but for many, it's not. With this, I turn to you. Please take this message home to the young people in your countries. Tell them that we need them here and now, because the challenges are urgent. Emerging contaminants, unequal access, and a lack of awareness are not tomorrow's problems. They're today's, and they are global. The change starts here in Bled, but there is no limit to how far it can go. By the end of the summer, let us know which country will be the first to step forward Who will join the Bled Water Forum Young Community? Which young leaders will rise to shape water awareness, education, and action where it matters the most? On the ground, in our schools, our streets, our homes. Because water needs a new generation of guardians. And again, we are ready. With me on the stage today is Erasem from the local school in Bled. He reminds us of the most profound truth. The future is not something we wait for. The future is already speaking, and we are listening. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is my first time being in such a high-powered crowd. So I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. My name is Erasem. I'm 15 years old, and I come from a local school in Bled. Osnovna škola. It's primary school of Professor Dr. Josipa Plemlja Bled. I may not be a scientist or a policymaker, but I do represent something important. It's the generation that will inherit the decisions that are being made today and in the near future. Let me talk about something simple yet very essential: water. All living things need water to survive. We use it every day to cook, to eat, to stay clean. But water is not just practical. It's also emotional. It brings peace, creates atmosphere, and connects us to nature. The problem is we often take clear water for granted, but yet it is very important. It is vulnerable to pollution, overuse, climate change, and irresponsible tourism. I come from Bled, a beautiful town in Slovenia, known for its lake. But the mass tourism is starting to leave its mark. We don't act now. If we don't act now, we risk losing things that made our home so special. That is why I believe in the power of small, sustainable farming, local production of food, less use of chemicals, and protecting our biodiversity. It's the way forward. We must also protect our soil, our seeds, and our water, not just for us, but for future generations. Slovenia may be a small country, but it is rich with nature, rich with waters, and rich with ideas. Let's make sure we preserve this, not just for us, but not just because it's beautiful, but because it's necessary. Let science lead the way. Let us young be heard. Please, let's keep politics out of decisions that should be made based on knowledge, not power. Thank you.
Thank you, Satya and Erasem. Samo eno tehnično obvestilo pred nadaljevanjem, just a technical note before we go on. Bel golf, ki se polni na elektriko, je v napoto. Prosim, če se ga lahko premakne. Če je kdo od gostov? Thank you. It was a car issue blocking the way. Okay, we go forward and welcome to the stage Mr. Matjaž Juhart, a secretary of the Slovenian Association of the Deaf and Hard of Hearing.
I like mountains, so I'm fit. With this introduction, let's have another introduction. I'm improvising. So, if I'm Slovenian, it's proper to say, welcome to Slovenia. This is a sign for Slovenia. As you were coming to Bled, you probably saw the highest mountain in Slovenia. It's called Triglav, and you can also see it from Bled, and this is a sign for Slovenia. So what has water to do with sign language? Of course, life starts with water. Water is essential. But even though we speak so many different languages, the first official language of all humanity was probably sign language. And even though we speak different languages, with sign language we can unite each other. We can always say good, good, and hello. So maybe some interesting facts about sign language. Every country in the world have their own sign language. It depends on the culture, language. And every sign language in every country has standard signs and also has some different dialects, regional signs, and so forth. And maybe for easier to understand, let me show you some signs that are using deaf people around the world for water. And you can see from the sign how water is important for different people around the world. Some countries sign water, this is W, sign for W, and they drink water like this. In some countries, they drink water, sign water like this. But in some countries, they sign like this. And in some countries, unfortunately, they have a sign for water like this. We are blessed in Slovenia to sign water like this. Why? Because we are very proud, I hope so still, that we can drink water from the mountains, from the springs, and this is how we drink water from the mountains. And this is a sign for water. And we hope that our sign water will stay for the next 100 years and so forth. And since you are in Bled, it's important for us to show you a sign for Bled. And for homework, you will have to find out why we use sign for Bled like this. It's the same as water, but we do it like this. When you will be traveling on a boat to the islands, observe the man who will row the boat, the way how he rows the boat to the islands. And this is a sign for Bled. So when you go around the world, remember this sign for Bled. But unfortunately, I have to share some sad facts about sign language. In Slovenia, even though we are doing quite well, the government of Slovenia is not financially supporting the development of sign language. So at the moment, we have around 30,000 signs in sign language in our National Sign Language Dictionary. 30,000 signs is a vocabulary of a third grade child in elementary school. So at this point, of course, we are struggling how to bring water closer to the deaf community. And we are very thankful for Bled Water Forum and Marko Gajić, because with his effort and support, we developed 114 new signs to bring water closer to the deaf society. And we are very honored to have also the president of the National Deaf Association, Gora Storešnik, here with us, with the interpreter, who is learning and accepting the quality of water with the deaf community. And together with Bled Water Forum, we are offering to bring water closer to deaf around the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And to conclude our opening remarks, we invite Mr. Aleš Polajnko, the District 129 Vision Chairperson at the Slovenian Lions Club Association. Please, welcome.
Dobro jutro, good morning. Dear guests, distinguished participants of Bled Water Forum. On behalf of Lions Club of Slovenia, I warmly welcome you to this important event and extend of the greetings and the best wishes of our Governor, Vladimir Bač. A heartfelt thank you to the organizers of the Bled Water Forum for the opportunity to be here with you today. Just let me tell you a little bit about Lions Clubs International, that you will see where we are and how we are and who we are. The Lions Club of Slovenia is part of the International Lions Club International, which has been serving communities for over than 100 years. Our key activities in Slovenia, where 62 clubs are operating with 1,500 dedicated volunteers, and volunteers are the ones which are connecting us with you, as you are also volunteers here. So that's the first idea. And as we are the communitarians, we include supporting the blind and visually impaired, the deaf-blind, assisting socially distinguished families, addressing childhood cancer, diabetes, providing aid during the national disasters, and of course, one of the most important one is environment, taking care of it. Lions Clubs International operates in over 200 countries and territories, addressing global challenges such as hunger, healthcare, and education, and also ongoing projects as access to clean water. With great pride, we will sign today a letter of intent for cooperation between the Bled Water Forum and the Lions Clubs of Slovenia today. This will enable us to collaborate more closely in addressing water-related challenges and sustainable development. Preserving the environment, especially clean water, is crucial for life. We believe that through our joint efforts, we will achieve significant progress and contribute to a better future for all. We have set several concrete projects. As I heard today, education is one of the most important one, and the generation which are coming after us are important. And these guys, we heard a lot of things today about that. And the first project will be to be part of together as one of the biggest event for the children in our beautiful arboretum in Kamnik, near Kamnik, where the magical day is happening for the children and their parents. And we will provide them a lot of information, hopefully also with you, about the use of the water, clean water, and other things. One of the second thing, which is very important, as we heard also for the deaf community, is for the one major mission of Lions is helping blind and visually impaired and also deaf-blind to help them with that within their life. And this is something which also we see that as we talk with the Slovenian Association of Deaf and the Blind and visually impaired, that they are very interested to cooperate with you and that you will help them about the water. I wish you a successful and inspiring forum filled with the constructive professional discussions and exchanges of experience. Thank you very much.